only in May, but also here at Bethpage Black, really the people's country club, if you will.
100%, and it's a golf club and a golf course that the entire property just, this is all about golf. You talk about the people's course, this is the people's property. It's a state park, 5 golf courses here at Bethpage, and a place where, as a Metropolitan PGA member, we come here every single year for the New York State Open as well. We play also on the red course. Our assistants play over here in their assistants championship. Very familiar with this golf course, understand how to move this golf ball around this golf course. It's a phenomenal A.W. Tillinghast design, and one that has given everybody, with the exception of Brooks Koepka, a test.
Can we just talk about that round? Reflect upon the 63 is just put up on the board. As you mentioned, it was pretty much everyone's favourite coming into the tournament. We did know that Tiger was coming off the back of the Masters victory, and this was his first start since. But given the way Brooks plays the game and what he's done, what do you make of that 7 under 63?
Well, that 7 under could have easily been, and it's hard to even say this, it could have easily been a 61. He missed a great opportunity from hole high, about 8 feet, on his second hole, the 11th, and he didn't take advantage of the par 5 where he had it in a great spot and missed that as well. Just a lot of, and by the way, I'm not even counting the missed opportunity on the 4th hole, which is, I think, the easiest hole on the property. This could have been an unforgettable round, but it certainly was an unforgettable start in this 101st PGA Championship.
Certainly a massive statement that he's made. 9 clear of Tiger Woods heading into the second round. Let's take a look at the tee balls here, courtesy of Golf Tracks, of our feature group this afternoon. Well, you asked whether Mickelson can control his driver today. He's made a positive start, the biggest driver of the lot, and Rory having to come from the right trees.
Rory's ball probably at 107-foot apex, probably caught those trees coming down. Phil's a lot higher, and great locations to attack. A left hole location. We saw Brooks hit a shot out of the rough. I think one of the most important things that you can do around here at Bethpage is miss the fairways when you do on the proper holes, and you have to miss them in the right spots. And when I say proper holes, I'm talking about having clubs of loft into a green. So on this hole that's 430 yards, but it's a dogleg to the right, Rory's just got 108 yards. Getting wedges out of the rough is not really that challenging. Getting an 8-iron out of the rough is extremely challenging. You can't miss the fairway on 10. You can miss the fairway here at 1.
Yep, it should be just a nice one of those, dude. Yeah, any off there? No, I don't think so. It still doesn't have to be a big one. Just a nice old one. Off to the left a little bit. Just a little bit off the left. Right? Yep.
It was not long after the 2017 PGA Championship that Jason Day's coach and longtime caddy Cole Swatton stepped off the bag. Luke Reardon has the job this week, but he splits the role with Rika Bhattacharya, 2 of Jason's lifelong friends.
What you have to do when you're in the fairway to get it close to the hole, you've got to hit it behind the hole. These greens are surface drain greens, and what I mean by that is they're pitched from back to front. They're benign, not a lot of movement, but they do have some pitch from the back to the front. As we look at Rory taking on this shot with a perfect angle.
Far from a perfect lie.
And you could hear how muffled that shot was.
I spoke to Lucas Glover in the lead up to this championship, the most recent winner of a major here at Bethpage Black, and he said the #1 key to winning around here is fairways first. Get the ball in play, then you can start making some birdies. This hole ranked the 3rd easiest for the morning wave.
Oh, he was fortunate there that it caught the first cut, but that's right on that ridge, and that'll continue to fall back and get farther from the hole. That is a bad shot for Phil Mickelson. We saw him on the range, by the way, working on a little drill where he was trying to make sure that and you've seen this instructional device that's got 2 little wrist cups to it, so that when you take the club back, you get the club in the same spot. We saw him doing that. because he wants to get a consistent club face position, and that ensures that that one there, a little bit of an open club face, and that open club face will create a little more spin. It'll create a little bit of a push shot, and you'll lose a little bit of distance, which is exactly what happened.
He turns 49 in exactly a month. It'll also be Championship Sunday for the US Open at Pebble Beach, where he picked up his 44th PGA Tour win back in February. Do the stars align that he gets one more major moment for his career's done?
I think so.
Wow.
I should say this. I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about the people's course. How about the people's player?
Well, he was very quick to endear himself to the New York faithful, and he has got his heart set on being the captain of the United States Ryder Cup team when it is played here in 2024. Rory McIlroy left with this little chip.
Be careful not to spin it too much. This has to go. It may come back.
Rory picked up his 15th win on the PGA Tour when he claimed the Players' Championship in what's been an outstanding start to 2019. With the exception of his tie for 21st at the Masters, he has been inside the top 10 and mostly inside the top 5. And he came into this tournament with high hopes of winning his third Wanamaker trophy after demolishing the field at Kiowa Island in 2012 and winning the rain-soaked event in Valhalla over Phil Mickelson, who politely had to step aside on 18 as he played down the last in the dark.
That was an entertaining finish.
Mickelson's putt just outside 30 feet here, but up a ridge as well, so this club has really been an issue for Mickelson this season.
This golf course will allow, I think, a lot of made putts, and I think it will take, because the greens are so benign, I think it will take the average putter and make them better. It will narrow the gap between the great putter and the average putter, because there's just not a lot of break in these putts.
He's ranked 127th in putting on tour this season, but a solid par at the first for, as you said, the people's champ here at Bethpage Black. He will have huge support this afternoon and all week. Coming off a missed cut in Charlotte last start, which was surprising. He has played that tournament superbly in his PGA Tour career. McIlroy had a good run there. He tied for 8th. He's certainly been putting it better this season, doing a lot of work with Brad Fax and more on the mental approach to putting rather than technically.
Except from a technical standpoint, I mean, he's not making a lot of putts from the 4 or 5 foot range. The statistics in that part of it are not, they're not as good as you might think. It is better, but he's got a long way to go as he misses that par effort.
It's an early drop shot out of the gates for McIlroy, who was on the list of top 5 favourites this week. And that really will be a soft bogey. You don't get too many holes here where you've got to take advantage, but certainly the first is one of them.
Well, and you said 3rd easiest hole on the golf course, and his first hole. There are a number of holes that are very challenging on this black course here at Bethpage State Park, and this is not one of them.
Jason Day tied 4th, and he played that playoff event here back in 2016. It's a golf course that really should suit him, and with his ability to putt, an opening birdie here would be no surprise.
Slight movement from his right to left and a little bit downhill. That's a bad miss. More likely a bad misread. One of the things, you know, when you start looking at great players, they do things consistently. That's what they do. And the consistency of a Jason Day and his routine in putting, it's remarkable. You'll see this. We'll watch it all afternoon.
So pars for Day and Mickelson, a bogey for McIlroy. They'll step across to the par 4 second, and we'll be back with more of our featured group coverage from the 101st PGA Championship.